Welcome in, I'm John.
And I'm Claire.
And today we're talking about an article called Parkland Verdict. Now, you may be familiar that this country, America, does have a lot of problems with school shootings, or shootings in general, mass shootings in general, and Parkland was one of them. And this article is going to be detailing some of the after effects that happened with the Parkland shooting, namely the trial and then the verdict of Nicholas Cruz and what people thought about that. Has there ever been a school shooting in your country?
No.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
But I was shocked and horrified to see that it was only a couple of days ago I read in England, 3 people were shot at the same time in England. And for us, we don't have many shootings. It's very rare. And for 3 people to get shot at the same time, that's pretty much a mass shooting in our terms. It wasn't in a school, though. What
was the story behind it or around it?
Can't remember, actually. Sorry. Just the fact that it happened shocked me so much I could no longer read the rest of the article.
Yeah. Absolutely. That is quite strange because I just figured gun violence in the UK was very low.
Yes, it is. It's usually knife crime.
Yeah. That happens in schools sometimes, I suppose.
Yeah. We have had... but the thing is, because a knife is a kind of slow weapon, it's very rarely more than one person.
Yeah.
They can normally wrestle them to the ground before they get more than one person, and it's often not fatal.
Yeah. People always say people will find ways to kill each other. It's like, yeah, but guns make it easier. Guns
certainly faster.
Easier, and you can kill that person over there. You don't have to be next to them. And so, like you said, it's a slow weapon. You have to run to the next person or walk or whatever. So yeah, people will find ways to kill everybody, but let's not make it easier for them. Have you heard of this mass shooting, though?
I must admit I had not heard about it. It happened quite a few years ago, and it's possible I just forgot about it. And other ones have happened since this one, so it blurs into one, I guess.
Well, it does seem like multiple mass shootings, both in schools, in and out of schools, I should say, both in and out of schools happens frequently in the U.S. these days. So it's hard to keep it's hard to keep everyone in a row, figuring out who is who, what is what, which name is associated with which shooting. It just happens way too much. I mean, I think it was a few weeks ago, another one happened. There's only, I think, 3 or 4 people, but still. It's like, yeah, exactly. So it's almost like we've gotten barraged with so many different mass shootings from the U.S., it's hard to keep track.
Yes, yeah. And I think increasingly they don't publish the names of the shooters because they don't want to give them, any fame or, call attention to them in case that's something that motivates them to do what they do. So... Again, I hadn't heard the name of the shooter. Yeah,
that's one thing that's always controversial is should the name of the person be released or the photo, et cetera, et cetera. And when it comes to a lot of mass killings, it seems like sometimes that's fine and sometimes it's not. It's just case by case. Let's get into the meat of the article. Go ahead and read the whole article or the summary, and we will see you in the review.
Parkland Verdict. In 2018, 18-year-old Nicholas Cruz entered a high school and opened fire with a high-powered rifle, killing 17 and wounding many more. This year, he was finally found guilty and sentenced for his crimes. Families of his victims and many members of the general public wanted to see him sentenced to death, but his attorneys argued that Cruz was mentally ill and should be imprisoned rather than killed. A few jurors agreed, so Cruz couldn't be executed. Sadly, his attack was just one of many similar ones in the U.S.